Hey guys, I'm S. Dan Wolf. Welcome back to the channel. These nerds on the PK team have us excitingly close to early access month. We are literally 1 month away from April, and that is when we are scheduled to be getting early access, and you guys will actually be able to jump in with me and play. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with all this Prehistoric Kingdom mischief and any news that comes out between now and April we'll be covering. And then, like we said, hopefully in April, you will be able to jump in with your old buddy S-Dan. In this video, we're going to go ahead and cover the dev diary from February. And it's an interesting one. I'm liking what we're reading here. It says, in today's post, we'll be exploring parts of our next beta update, which S-Dan is eagerly awaiting, and delving into what our busy teams have been working on. If you weren't already aware, a public roadmap highlighting some of our upcoming plans can be found over on Trello, and I'll link that in the description below. Modular items. This is a big item for us creative players. Extra wall pieces and pillars will soon be added in our next update, allowing for new shapes, wall combinations, and in addition to pillar pieces for all wall materials, players will also be greeted with a 1x1, 1x2, and 1x4 panels to create more intricate parts in their builds. We love to hear that, and some of the art they've given for it for the little pillar pieces are gorgeous. Next, we'll move on to animal welfare. In our next update, players will need to consider the welfare of their animals. Remember, we've not really had to care about that much up until this point. And the quality of their habitat. Beyond expected necessities like food and water, exhibit cleanliness is a new and important feature with big consequences for your overall exhibit and zoo rating. While pooping, animals will drop small dung particles onto the ground and create mounds. While the particles disappear after a short amount of time, dung mounds will build up over time as animals continue to poop nearby. Players can minimize poops by supplying high-quality feed to their creatures. I think that's the most times I've ever said poop in a YouTube video. Poops. Excessive poops, can greatly detract from a paddock's exhibit score and will begin to make animals unhappy. This is a really cool part. To manage exhibit cleanliness, players can either schedule a habitat for cleaning, boring, or employ some very lovable friends, the Dung Beetles. Found within the animal care category, the Dung Beetle nest is a small item that will automatically clean piles of poop within its radius. Whenever they give us this, I will make a video just on the Dung Beetles. So be on the lookout for that. Exhibit score. Park managers wanting to operate large income zoos will need to pay attention to their exhibit scores, a new value used to keep track of how attractive a habitat is to visitors. Higher scores lead to better donations and collectible science points. Then they said, let's go on to state of development. With early access just around the corner, the team continues to collect important feedback, improving gameplay experience through updates and prepping for early access launch. It's been wonderful to see the community grow over the last few months, and we can't wait for everyone to have access to Prehistoric Kingdom coming very, very soon. They also given us a heads up on they are looking for additional animators to join the team and help further development. And if you're interested in working on creature animation, please send your folio over to us on Twitter via DMs or to our email address info@prehistorickingdom.com. Upcoming developments. I'm really liking the idea of this of these foliage pushes that are coming. So what's coming beyond the next update? Right now, our environment team is hard at working on the upcoming temperate map. British, isn't it? 9 foliage variants will be arriving alongside the new locale, offering more variety for the temperate biome. We're also very pleased to finally unveil the long-awaited Psittacosaurus. This is Psittacosaurus. Psittacosaurus. I'm thinking. Help me on that. These little critters will be available in one of our final updates before launching into early access, arriving with 3 alternate species. We can't wait for you to meet them all, and this is an adorable little fella. And then they wrap up with the community spotlight by my buddy Simply Savannah, another one of my buddies, Warpath, and another really fun screenshot cap, almost like a screenshot capture artist, so bad with the last screen. So they wrap up with thank you for reading February's dev diary. We expect the next update for closed beta to launch in early March with early access scheduled for a late April release. So we are, like I said, we don't know how far away we are away from early access, guys, but we're hoping that it is within the month of April. So I don't know, you guys will have to let me know if this is still, if you've wish list this yet, if it's a game that's on your radar. Like I said, this is one of those titles I think that are really going to cater to the Jurassic World Evolution 2 players that want more creative freedom. Like, you know, like Jurassic World Evolution 2, awesome system, awesome animations. It seems like a really, really fun management system, but it is lacking with that complete sandbox creative control. As far, of course, they did say they were about to put down release 40 new pieces in a true sandbox map, but Prehistoric Kingdom from the get-go has really designed this in the vein of the Zoo Tycoons, the Planet Zoos, the Planet Coasters, with just so much creative freedom with the piece-by-piece building and the foliage and the rock work and the custom fence. I mean, it's like they've, I don't know, it's like they've taken an approach. It's like a non-dev approach. It's almost like a bunch of your buddies have gotten together and they've come into a bunch of money, like enough to develop a video game you really want to play. And they've really the PK team has really like hardcore hit on what the actual player base wants. You know, a lot of times with gaming companies, you'll always hear them talking about this is our vision for the game. This is what we want to see happen. And then they're usually dogged by the players because the players are like, well, this is cool, but can you add this or this? Like, this is what we want. And then it usually follows up with, well, no, we're not doing that because that's not the vision or the direction of our game. And it kind of tends to be a game you don't really end up playing very long or often, whereas PK is taking the approach of they've listened to us from the very beginning. They like, you tell the PK devs an idea and they're like, that sounds awesome, we'll put that down in our notes. It's just not so corporified with Prehistoric Kingdom. They're just it's like they're a bunch of us and they just have the backing, and it's like one of them hit the lottery or something and said, you guys are going to come, the 8 of us are going to start a studio and we're going to make a game that we would want to play as a player. So I don't know. It's just, they've got a really interesting dynamic, and I hope really, I think their biggest problem is going to be what to do with all the cash when this really does get out there and it gets released to the general public and they get this early access going at the end of April, which I'm very, very excited for. I've been following these guys for a long time. I know some of you guys have been following them for like since over 5-6 years when they first started this. So I'm sure you guys, this is coming full circle, but I've been with them for a little over a year. And it's just been such an interesting journey watching these guys create this game, and you know, just try to bring us a game that a lot of these dinosaur nerds we think will really, really love to play and really, really, you know, sink those hours into. I definitely, this is for me. It'll be a 2,000 plus hour game, I'm sure. Even like with me with Planet Zoo, it's over 3,600 hours now. So as long as they give me enough decorative pieces and let me tailor this camera and the building keys when I can really get in and set up the keys how I want them, I think it's going to be a really, really interesting tale, and it's going to be an adventure that we take on the channel for a long time. So that's kind of what's got me excited. And of course, I'm excited that we're getting closer to, like, you know, right now, only like 1,300 people have access to Prehistoric Kingdom. So this could be a 100,000 person game plus, and there are literally like 1,300 of us that have access to it right now. And all of that's about to change in a month and a half. So, you know, that's really just got me pumped for you guys to get in here and let us know what you think, and hopefully support them and keep the development going, and keep Creativo pushing them forward, and keeping that backing and that the distribution channels open. So, but anyways, guys, yeah, that's my 2 thoughts on the February 2022 Dev Diary. I'm really excited. Go give these guys a follow. They're on Twitter, and they have a really fun presence on Discord too. The devs are actively in there every day chatting with everybody, and it's just a really fun atmosphere. So, but yeah, I'm S. Dan Wolf. As always, thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.